Deportation flights carrying Venezuelan migrants were scheduled to resume from the United States to Venezuela on Wednesday, despite President Trump's warning that Venezuela's airspace should be considered closed. Officials in Caracas confirmed they granted a request for an immigration and customs enforcement flight to land, marking a rare moment of cooperation between the Trump administration and Venezuelan authorities. This agreement comes amid weeks of rising tensions, with the flight carrying 379 people operated by Eastern Airlines granted permission to land at Simón Bolívar International Airport near Caracas. President Trump has used increasingly combustible rhetoric to describe Venezuelan President Nicolás Maduro in recent weeks, refusing to rule out sending U.S. troops to the country. The administration continues to conduct military strikes against alleged drug traffickers in the Caribbean Sea, alleging Maduro and his aides are leaders of a drug cartel. Last month, the State Department designated the Cartel de los Soles as a foreign terrorist organization, potentially paving the way for legal justification to launch strikes against Venezuelan government targets. On Saturday, Trump said commercial airlines should consider Venezuelan airspace closed, further ramping up pressure on Maduro, though the White House lacks legal authority to close another country's airspace. Venezuelan authorities described Trump's directive as illegal, stating it had effectively suspended the deportation flights negotiated with the Maduro government earlier this year. Since February, nearly 14,000 Venezuelans have been returned to the country from the U.S. on 75 flights under that agreement. The February deal prioritized deporting criminals and gang members, but flights could eventually include hundreds of thousands of others. Last month, the Trump administration revoked the temporary protected status granted by the Biden administration to over 600,000 Venezuelans living in the U.S., making them vulnerable to potential deportation. This marks a reversal from Trump's first term, when his administration largely granted Venezuelans reprieve while declaring Maduro illegitimate. Maduro claimed victory in the country's presidential election despite accusations of brazen fraud, with opposition leader Edmundo Gonzalez believed to have won. The U.S. began amassing military forces in the region in August, raising the specter of an attack, with U.S. forces killing more than 80 people in strikes on boats in the Caribbean since September. The Trump administration notified Congress that the U.S. is in a non-international armed conflict with drug cartels, justifying these actions as consistent with the laws of war and in defense of U.S. national interests.